What if I told you a rookie quarterback started preparing for his NFL offense before he even knew which team would draft him? That's not a coincidence. That's obsession. And it's exactly the story behind Fernando Mendoza's rise with the Las Vegas Raiders. Stick around, because this one's a masterclass in preparation. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down a fascinating story about Raiders rookie quarterback Fernando Mendoza and just how far ahead of the curve he's been since day one. Let's get into it. Throughout 2026, story after story has come out detailing how Mendoza has impressed people inside the Las Vegas Raiders organization. It's not just about his arm talent or his athleticism. It's his work ethic and his deep understanding of the offense being run by first-year head coach Klint Kubiak that keeps getting brought up. Kubiak spent last season as the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, building a scheme that turned heads across the league. And here's the twist that makes this story so compelling. Mendoza was already a fan of that scheme long before the Raiders ever selected him with the first overall pick of the 2026 NFL Draft. According to ESPN's Ryan McFadden, in an article published Thursday, Mendoza was actually preparing for Kubiak's offensive scheme before he even heard his name called in April's draft. During his final year in college, Mendoza spent his Sundays watching NFL football and specifically breaking down film on how Kubiak utilized Seattle's offense. That's not typical draft prep. That's next-level dedication from a college quarterback who didn't even know for certain where he'd land. Interestingly, Raiders minority owner Tom Brady seemingly had an idea ahead of this year's Super Bowl that the organization was going to hire Kubiak and ultimately make Mendoza the #1 overall pick. Once that selection process played out, Mendoza quickly proved he wasn't just talented. He was, in the words of people around the building, a psycho about football. Fully locked in, fully dedicated to reaching his ceiling. And that dedication hasn't slowed down one bit since he officially became a Raider. McFadden reported that Mendoza's notebook remains one of his biggest assets. During Raiders OTAs, quarterbacks coach Mike Sullivan revealed that Mendoza wrote out every single pass play by hand, detailing the progression reads and his footwork for each one. He even gave himself honest critiques, noting exactly when he fell short and when he executed well. That's the kind of self-accountability you rarely see from a rookie this early in his career. Now let's talk about the current quarterback situation in Las Vegas. Kubiak and Brady appear serious about their plan to start veteran quarterback Kirk Cousins over Mendoza, at least through a portion of the upcoming season. That's a reasonable approach for a rookie, but here's the thing. That decision hasn't slowed Mendoza down for even a second. He's preparing as if he could be thrown into a meaningful game as early as Week 1 against the Miami Dolphins on September 13th. McFadden detailed just how far Mendoza has taken his extra preparation. He's been putting in additional work well beyond the team's standard training camp practices. He occasionally spends time with the centers on the roster, specifically to build his comfort level operating under center. He's logged late nights on the indoor practice field, running through the offensive script alongside teammates when there's no obligation to do so. And after his preseason debut, Mendoza reportedly went straight to the film room to break down his own performance immediately. This is the profile of a quarterback who isn't just hoping to win the job someday. He's building the habits now so that whenever his opportunity comes, whether that's this season or next, he's completely ready for it. Mendoza will get another chance to showcase his development this Thursday night when the Raiders take on the Houston Texans in their next preseason matchup. Given everything we've heard about his preparation, it's fair to expect another strong showing. At the end of the day, this story is bigger than just one rookie quarterback. It's a reminder that the gap between good and great in the NFL often comes down to what players do when nobody's watching, the extra film sessions, the handwritten notebooks, the late nights with teammates who don't have to be there. So what's your take? Does Mendoza push his way into the starting conversation faster than the Raiders originally planned? Drop your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button. Subscribe for more Raiders and NFL rookie coverage all season long, and I'll see you in the next video.